Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment of our show brought to you by Jinx Logos. Business owners, you can imagine decking your employees out, your sales team out in top quality polo shirts for the summer, all with your company's logo embroidered right on them. Now imagine doing it all for ridiculously low prices on high quality merchandise. Call Jimmy Andrews at Jinx Logos. Ask him about their seasonal closeout deals. Ask him about, I'll tell you what, ask him for one of their brochures, one of their catalogs that you can pick from. It's like the old Sears catalog. I mean, the amount of options you have is never ending, and the price is fantastic. Jimmy Andrews is a tremendous business owner and a real asset for your company. He has been for me. Jinx Logos, give him a call. All right. We've still got college football to talk about, the playoff. We've still got Kentucky's checkerboard end zones to talk about. But I want to talk first, just for a quick segment here. Vol baseball team had an unreal comeback win yesterday. I mean, it really was unreal. To earn themselves a first-ever three-game sweep of Mississippi State. Hard to believe. Mm-hmm. And then also, second straight year they've made it to the SEC tournament. Went down to the wire. Here's the question. Is that reason to celebrate that they're back in the SEC tournament for the second straight year, or is it too little too late that you're getting in with the last slot on the last day?
I'll start this one out. I was over there yesterday, covered that game, talked to the players. If you're a Tennessee fan, no, it's not a big reason to celebrate. You barely, you had high expectations and you finished 12th. You were worse than you were last year. It's a very puzzling season. But if you're a player on that team, it's absolutely reason to celebrate.
And they did.
And they did, yeah, because they're together for another few days, week, whatever. They're going to the big event. So if you're a player, yes. If you're a fan, no, this doesn't mean everything's okay with Tennessee baseball.
We got time for one more of you to sign.
I think that's fair, but you'd have reason to celebrate if they make a run in the SEC tournament. If
yeah,
they
go
can
beat
make some
Arkansas.
noise there.
Go beat Arkansas.
Well, and also you got to credit them because it looked pretty bleak just a few weeks ago, and they did just enough to keep their head above water and get into things.
Pretty bleak last Sunday.
Good point.
Yeah.
All right. Rick Barnes said this week that Tennessee is trying to finalize a deal on a 4-year deal with Georgia Tech, home and road, I suppose. Meanwhile, rumors continue to swirl out of Atlanta, at least. Tennessee says there's no deal signed, but Chick-fil-A folks are talking about it, Georgia Tech folks are talking about it, that 2017 kickoff opener in the Falcons, what will be the Falcons' new stadium, Tennessee versus Georgia Tech. We've talked about it in football before, but basketball makes just as much sense when you consider I think it's Tennessee's biggest alumni base is Atlanta. I think their alumni chapter is the largest. You recruit Georgia more than any other state. Absolutely. Is there any reason in the world why Tennessee shouldn't be playing Georgia Tech semi-regularly or regularly in football and basketball?
Yeah,
I think they should.
No, I mean, it's a classic no-brainer. Should Georgia Tech say, "Oh, we don't want to play them because they may get a recruiting advantage like Memphis does"? Yeah.
No, I think it's a natural. I think they ought to play them in baseball too. I think they ought to play them as much as they can in whatever sports they can.
I agree with you. I think that's an easy. It's one that you can also slide in. Everybody has to play a BCS power team now. Georgia Tech's good, and that wishbone stuff is hard to prepare for. But last couple of years, would you have rather played Georgia Tech or Oklahoma or Oregon? I think Tech would have been the easier path there.
And plus, it's a good trip for Tennessee.
Yeah,
a lot of Tennessee fans get to go down there and watch.
And especially in basketball where you've got, 10, 12 non-conference.
Right.
It's harder in football, but in basketball, it should be a no-brainer in basketball.
In football, you add in the excitement of the Falcons opening up a new stadium, too. I mean, I think that'd be tremendous.
Yeah, I just, to me, I think Tennessee, Georgia Tech, and that was an old rivalry, of course. Georgia Tech was in the SEC. To me, we haven't talked about the basketball angle, but I'm glad. I think that's a smart move by Rick Barnes. I think it's a good move by Tennessee in any way they can to try and get into Atlanta, and Georgia Tech's the best way to do it. So maybe Georgia State. That's probably what they'll start doing. All right. When we come back, Kentucky's going to the checkerboards. Jimbo Fisher and Nick Saban say the playoffs are bad. They get smacked down by an AD. We'll talk about all that. Come on back on the Sports Source.
From East Tennessee to Kentucky, no job is too small for Benedict Construction. Electrical work, heating and air installation, even carports and garages. With a reputation for excellence, rely on the custom work of Benedict Construction.